Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be doing a fast, easy guide to the special cargo warehouses. And if you're watching this as the video's live, this week is 2 times GTA money and RP on the special cargo warehouses. So you'll be able to take advantage of that. But if you're watching this in the future, no worries. Everything I'm about to say in this video is still accurate. You're just not going to get 2 times pay. So the last time I did one of these special cargo guides, it was actually 6 months ago. And I just watched the video. I'm like, do I need to remake it? That's not... Who's that guy? That's not me. Like, I feel like my background, I feel like me, everything's changed so much since I did that video just 6 months ago. It is mental. But anyway, in this video, we're going to show you how to get a warehouse, where you should purchase your warehouse, what type of warehouse you should get, small, medium, large, the 4 different ways you can source cargo for the warehouse, cargo warehouse upgrades, and which ones you definitely need to get. Then I'll give you some easy source mission tips. So it's just some tips for a few of the missions that I definitely think are going to help you guys out. And then we're going to sell it in a public lobby. Maybe we'll sell one in public, one in invite only, just so you can see the difference. Who knows? But let's jump into it. All right, first thing you're going to need, ladies and gentlemen, is one of these right here, a CEO office. And again, if you're watching that this week, or if you're watching this video this week, these are actually or currently on sale. But if you're watching this in the future, I'm sorry, they're probably not on sale. But right now, you can get these for 30% off. And to do that, you're going to have to go into your phone, go to Dynasty 8, go to Dynasty 8 Executive, and then you can see right here, these are your CEO offices. And I'm recording this part of the video the day before the update goes live. So they're not showing up as on sale, but they are 30% off. And that includes all of your upgrades. So as far as what you should get for your CEO office, really quick, decal obviously is going to be optional. You really don't need it. So if you don't have that much money, don't worry about it. Wait until after your first sale and then maybe come back and do it. As far as personnel, again, do what you want. I have a female assistant. You can have a male, whatever, it's up to you. Organization name. I mean, obviously, you can put whatever name in there you want. I do not have a gun locker. I think it's kind of pointless. I have gun lockers in other businesses, so I don't need it in this one. Essentially, what the gun locker does is, you know how your weapon wheel, right? You have so many... It gets a little crowded. So with the gun locker, you can come here and you can take some of them away and you can add things to it just to clear up your weapons wheel. I don't have one here though, because like I say, I have them in other places. Safe, again, I do not have a safe here. And then accommodation. The only thing that you 100% need, and the reason you need this is so you can just fast travel. So if you're somewhere else on the map, you can quickly go into preferences, set your spawn location to your CEO office, and then just fast travel straight to it by invite only. You know what I mean? So that's the only thing I would worry about. Now, as far as location is concerned, again, doesn't really matter. I have the Criminal Enterprise Starter Pack, so I got this one for free. Now, if you have this pack, keep that one. I have had this free one for the longest time. It wasn't until more recently I upgraded just because I wanted a nicer view. But that's because I did have a little bit of extra cash lying around. But in all honesty, get what you want. The free one is obviously the best one if you have that option. If not, get what you want. I like this one that I'm currently in because I like the view of the ocean. But a lot of people like to get the Maze Bank and things like that just because they're a little bit bigger. Like the Maze Bank Tower. It's like, if you got a lot of money, I guess this is a flex, but I don't even want it because I want this view. Look at that beautiful Santa Monica Pier. All right, once you've purchased your CEO office, go ahead and take a seat, and it'll look a lot nicer and cleaner than this. Mine looks a hot mess right now. You can go ahead and log into your PC, and then you have 3 options: special vehicle works, vehicle cargo, and special cargo. This video is all about special cargo, so we're going to click on that. Now, I've sold a lot of these recently, as you guys know. So we have a couple of them that are completely empty. Some of them are a little more full. So we're going to be working on those ones here today. But if you go to a warehouse map, so you can see this is all of the warehouses I own. So I personally own 5 large special cargo warehouses. Now, as far as which one should you get, do you want a small, medium, large? I personally think that the large warehouses are the best. Obviously, you're going to have to work your way up to that if you're a lower level player or don't have that much money. And these warehouses do go on sale, so you might want to wait for that if you're a lower level player. But unfortunately, this time around, they weren't on sale. Usually, last year, Rockstar would put them on sale the same time as double pay. But this year, at least they gave us the CEO office. But if I click on all here, it's going to show me all the large ones. But you can pick, honestly, whichever. These are just my personal favorites. I like this one up here. This is like, in my opinion, is my main one. It's closer to all my other businesses. These two are nice because they're really close together. Same thing for these two. But what we're going to be working on today is going to be this one right here because it has 68% inside of it. And this one right here because it's at 80%. My goal is to get both of these things full. And I'm going to be showing you how to do that as fast as possible. So as far as special cargo warehouses, let's talk about raids here for a second, because a lot of people say, I think it's like 77. If you go above 77, you can see it holds 111. But some people say if you go above 77, there's a chance you'll get raided. If you keep it below 77, you won't get raided. I haven't got raided on either of these. I literally haven't touched these in a while, and we obviously have more than 77, and I haven't had any raids happen. But the way I typically do cargo, I mean, I say that for the longest time, I had all 5 cargo warehouses full for about 6 months because I was waiting for them to go double pay. All 5 of them were full. So, and I think I got raided maybe once. So as long as you fill them up and manage it and sell them, and if you do get raided, you know, make sure you're paying attention to that. You should be fine. But again, if you're going to be trying to do the special cargo, try and go for the large one. Fill one of them all the way up, sell it, and with that money, purchase another 2, and then do the same thing, fill them up, sell it. And then if you want, then you can buy all 5 of them. Now let's talk about the 4 ways that you can source cargo for your special cargo warehouse. So the first one, and the most obvious, is right here. You can see we're just in our CEO office once again. If I say like this one down here, I can select which one I want to do to source this cargo. And you have the option 1, 2, or 3 crates. I personally always go for 3. Obviously, you just want to make this as fast as possible when you source these things, so 3 is the way to go. Sometimes it can be 3 different locations that you're going to have to go to. I'm going to be showing you some tips on those here later in the video just to make it a little bit easier for you, but always go for 3. Unless you want to go for 1 and just spend an entire day filling up 1 warehouse. But anyway, that's option 1. Let's move on to option 2. So this right here is option number 2, your arcade. And that's if you have this central business command center purchase. This is an option within the arcade. It does go on sale every now and then. If not, I think it's around $1.3 million. But with this, as you can see, it holds all of your businesses. It shows you absolutely everything you have. And from within this, as you can see, we have special cargo right here. If you click manage, source cargo, it's the same thing as if you're in your CEO office. So I can literally go down to here and then source cargo from right here. As for why you would come here to do it, well, maybe you came here first to resupply one of your MC businesses. And then once you've resupplied them all, then you could just come down here and then do it this way. So you don't have to go back to your CEO office. But anyway, let's move on to option number 3. So option number 3 is going to be similar to the last one where you have to actually own the arcade and that business command center to use it. Same thing for this. You actually have to own a terabyte. So if you go to service vehicles, terabyte, request terabyte. So here we are inside of our terabyte. And just like the other 2 businesses, you can come here and source cargo from here. And this is actually going to be a really important one. Let me finish first. Stop yapping. Okay, so now as you can see, we're going to click special cargo and you can do the same thing from here. You can request 3 crates. If you click 3 crates, then you get to choose which factory you're going to be sourcing from. So just make sure if you're trying to fill up 2, just remember which name it is of the one that you're trying to fill up, just so you can make sure you get the right one and you're not just wasting your time filling up a warehouse that only has like 2 units in it anyway. All right, now let's move on to the 4th way that you can source special cargo, and that is going to be within your own cargo warehouses. So if we run over, this is my first one that I ever got. Like I say, this is like my main one. You can come over to Lupe here. In other warehouses, it'll be somebody different depending on how many you have. And as you can see, a source, a special cargo. Send Lupe to source some crates of special cargo, 7,500. It's always worth it. She could source 1, 2, or 3. It's just luck, to be completely honest with you. But always do it no matter which warehouse you go to. Go in there and have them source the cargo. So for me today, we're going to be doing 2 warehouses, and this is one of them. So she's going to go ahead and source it. And now what we're going to do is we're going to source cargo. And then once we drop it off, we're going to end up sourcing more for the second one. And then when we drop it off for the second one, we'll make sure to go up to the person and have them source it as well. All right, so before we do go out and source some cargo, though, so I can give you some tips and tricks on that, let's talk about upgrades. Upgrades for your special cargo warehouse for the sell vehicles. If you walk on over to this right here, click on the D-pad or whatever it is for you on PC, you can see you have delivery truck, delivery planes, and delivery boat. Now you can see for my truck, I have the armor upgrade and the bulletproof tires. Obviously, if you're doing this in a public lobby, you need it. Delivery plane, same thing, fully upgraded armor and jammer, and delivery boat, same thing. Now, when you first start out, obviously, if you don't have that much money, you're not going to have these. So maybe your first few sell missions, do it in invite-only lobbies, just so you don't need to worry about this as much. But as you make some money, especially if you fill one of these up this week, you're going to have like a $7 million sale. So you're going to be able to afford to fill or to upgrade all of these just from one sale. Now, the other thing I should mention is special items. So obviously we're sourcing cargo. We're having Lupe go out and get some for us. Obviously we're going to be sourcing 3 each, but sometimes your assistant will call you and let you know, like, hey, like there's some, I can't remember the verbiage, but it basically is essentially some special cargo for you to pick up. And as you can see right down here, we have one of them, and that one alone is worth 115. I have heard rumors of people that have spent like a years filling their entire thing up with special. I don't know if that's true or not, but that would be insane. Some of mine, I actually think I have like 5 or 6 of them, so I'll definitely check. Maybe we'll sell that at the end. But just keep your eye out on that, because if you have like 6 of them, obviously you're not going to be able to fill the held stock up to 111 because the special items will take up some of that, and you have to sell those separately, as you can see right down here. And then last but not least of things you need to think about when you're doing these is your terabyte. Like I said, you can source cargo. Let's say I've just done a source cargo mission for somewhere. I've dropped it back off here. Now all I need to do is get inside of here, and I can source the cargo from here instead of having to fly on back to my CEO office or my arcade. I can just walk straight out after selling it and walk straight into here and source my next cargo. So we're going to be doing that right now. And like I say, I'm going to have some tips and tricks for you guys. So I think we've gone over everything we need to know so far about the location, where you should buy it, what upgrades you should have, the 4 different places that you can source cargo from. Now let's give you some tips on these source missions. And obviously, if you don't know the names of your warehouses, like you're trying to source them and you're like, I don't know which one it is, I want to make sure I choose the right one. If you're in your CEO office, it'll literally tell you the names of them. Or you can just walk inside like I have right here and it says Outlet West Vinewood Backlot. That is the name of the one that you're going to want to source for. So let's start sourcing these. I'm not going to source all of them with you because that would just be boring as hell for you. But I will show you just a couple missions that you're probably not going to know some tips about. That'll definitely help you out. So let's do it. So for this one, you can see it says collect the gemstones, and it's one location that shows that we need to go to. But as soon as we get to the location, you can see multiple start popping up. Now, all you have to do in this case is go to the one that stops flashing last. So if you look at the mini map, you can see some of them are flashing. You're going to want to go to the one that stops flashing last, and that is going to be the one that's inside of it. Just as you can see right here, I went towards that one, and sure enough, that was the one. I didn't need to fly around and go check all of them. This is always going to be the one, the last one. Okay, so for this one, similar to the last one flashing with the green crates, this one, you're going to go to the last one that shows up. So it's going to go around. There's going to be 1 red dot and then 2 red dots. Whatever's the last one to show up on the scan, that's the one you're going to want to go to, just like I did here, just like I did last time. It's always going to be it, and there it is. That's the way to make sure the first truck you go to is always the one it is. All right, guys, so we're at the point now where we're going to start selling. So we're going to sell the public lobby first, show you guys how much money you make with a full one, and then we'll sell it in an invite-only lobby so you guys can make the decision which one you want to do. Now, for this lobby I'm in, you can see there's a level 8,000. There's a few people, but mainly in particular, if you don't know, whenever I do these sell missions, I always check out to see what people's mental state is, because that means, you know, do they go around killing people a lot? And you can see this one person here, level 69, is a psychopath, and they've got a 420 KD. I'm sure this is a modded account. They've made it 420 on purpose. They've made their name or their thing 69 on purpose, and they're a psychopath. But someone is selling in this lobby. So I'm curious to see, are they going to make it out alive? This is the guy right here that's level 69. That's the psychopath. And I assume the person that's selling has gone ghost door because you can't see them anywhere. But this guy is actually really close to down here, which is the warehouse that I'm going to be selling here today in the public lobby. So looking at this lobby, I feel like I would be kind of stupid to sell it, especially since, like I say, this is the warehouse I'm selling. You've got that guy that I am worried about, which is right down here. And there is another guy right here too. So if I had, let's say I have 3 sell trucks and they're all going to be sitting here. Do I trust these people down here? This person just showed up there too, by the way. I don't know if he just teleported, but this guy just instantly just showed up. You guys saw that. So I don't think, even though this lobby doesn't seem to be too crazy, it could be a risk, and more people are leaving. So we're going to try and find a new one. So when you're looking for a lobby to sell, a public lobby, always look out for those things. Are they clean players? Do they have modded accounts? Do they have a crazy like mental state? It's just not worth selling in it if it is. And to be honest with you, it's luck of the draw. It only takes 1 bad apple to ruin it for you. And if we do get attacked, we already know we can go to an invite-only lobby really quick, and all we'll lose is 3 crates. So we just have to do like 1 more mission to make that up. So So it's not the end of the world, but I would still rather be in a lobby that I feel like I'm comfortable in. All right, this seems like a pretty decent lobby. There's not any high levels or anyone that looks like modders. People are asking, does anyone know how to mod? I need money. It doesn't seem... We're going to do it. We're going to do it in this lobby. We're going to do it in this lobby. So I think we're just going to go ahead and do it and hope for the best. That's all you really can do with these cell missions. By far, the most stressful cell missions you can do. I think this is number 1. Number 2 is the hangar cell missions. Number 3 is the bunker. As far as a very high risk, but high reward. So you can see this one is actually full of stock too. There's no special items in here. So we're going to try and do all of this for 4.4. And with the bonus, this should be over 7 million. So let's just do it. Hopefully, please give me a good cell mission. All right, I'm nervous.
All right, sale time. The goods are loaded up at Los Santos International.
Oh my God. So this one is a plane. I always forget that there's planes, man. They're very rare. The boat one's not bad because the boat, even though it takes a while, people tend to leave it alone. The plane, it could be better than doing regular delivery missions. I'm not sure, but we've only got 10 deliveries. I'm going to hope to God no one tries taking us out in this thing. And we're just going to hope and pray for the best thing right here. We're going to hope and pray that we don't have anything too crazy. Do we go into Ghost Org right away? I don't know. Or do we do that later on? You know what? We're going to go Ghost Org immediately. And we're just going to give this thing a shot, man. All right, let's get up into the sky. All right, we have taken off. I feel like I need to check and see the route. I feel like the top ones I should do first. And not the one that's in the city. We're going to go high. All right, let's speed this up a little bit to our first drop off. So my plan here, by the way, is to go as far away as possible, away from the people. Okay, I can see this one is right here. To go as far away from people as possible. And then the riskier one, which is in the city, to do last. That's the plan. That is the plan anyway. We'll see what happens. I should have done Ghost Dog maybe at the end. I don't know. I don't know. All right, first drop done. All right, like I say, there's no people around us up in this neck of the woods. So I feel a little bit confident here. But you never know what's going to happen, man. You never know. All right, second drop done. All right, here we are on our third drop. And again, we could be being left alone because we're in Ghost Dog. Like, we genuinely could be being left alone because we're in Ghost Dog. But we're doing all up top first, and then we're going to wrap around and come back on ourselves. There is a player. I'm still going to go for this one towards the player. And just hope that he doesn't decide he wants to kill me. Oh, why is he turning around? He must have hit a car. I think he just did a spin. We're okay. All right, here we are for our fourth delivery. All right, now let's pull back. I can see this one right here, so this one's next. All right, pull back this way. And now we're going to go the distance furthest away and then driving into the city or flying into the city. All right, there we go for number 6. And you can see just on the horizon where the smoke is. So they're fairly close to each other. All right, here we are, number 7. 3 more to go, guys. 3 more. My palms are sweating. And now we're going towards the city. But you know what? Even if we got taken out, I wouldn't mind that much when we've sold almost all of them. All right, we got this one and then the last 2. All right, we got to do a hard turn here. And then the last one is in the city that I was talking about. So let's do this one. All right, now let's turn hard again here. And the last one is in the city. So I'm glad I didn't do this one first. I think I definitely made the right decision here. But we're still, it's, you know, I'm pretty confident at this point. I mean, I can see helicopters on the mini-map, but I'm feeling pretty confident. All right, last one. And there we go. 6.6. How many people are in the lobby? Did we lose people? 666. 6.6 million. It should have been 7. It should have been 7. No, we got a full lobby. I'm surprised it wasn't 7. That was a full one. But anyway, 6.66 is fine. So now what we need to do is do this in an invite-only lobby for our next one. So you guys can see the difference. This one, honestly, one of the best ways to do it. This one was incredible. I enjoyed this one a lot. Okay, so anyway, now let's move on. Let's go to an invite-only lobby. And let's do the next one. All right, guys, so here we are. We're in an invite-only lobby. And you can see we have 111. I was mistaken earlier when I said it wasn't 111. It is. The special items are something different. You can see the special item is 230. So technically, we could sell the regular one and this one. But we're just, for the sake of this video, we're just going to do the 111. You can see it's 110 crates because of the other one. And we're going to do this in invite only, just so you can see the difference. So let's go ahead and launch this up. Continue. What mission are we going to get here today? It's another plane. Who would have bloody thought, man? We're getting some pretty decent luck here today. All right, well, since it's the exact same sale mission, I guess we'll speed this up just to the end so you guys can see how much we get. The buzzer that's behind this, by the way, that's for, you're supposed to do these with people, right? That's supposed to be your defense mechanism. So your friend jumps in that and helps defend you from other players. But we'll do this. It's the exact same sale mission. We got lucky today with this one. Typically, if you've seen my other videos on the special cargo warehouse, you can go ahead and go check those out if you want to see me do other missions. But usually I get the 3 big trucks, even in a public lobby. So we've got kind of lucky this time. But anyway, let's speed this up until we get to the end. All right, so here we are coming up on our final drop here today. Obviously, zero stress for this one. Let's say 4.3 million, round that up there. So 4.3 million. So it is less, obviously, than doing this in a public lobby. But what would you think? Do you think it's worth it? Let's jump back to full cam. All right, guys, so there we have it. So the difference between the two, the difference between the public lobby, 6.6 million, and the invite only, 4.3, is 2.3, almost 2.4 million dollars difference. So the way I look at it is this, right? If you have a lot of, always only risk what you can afford. So if you have a lot of money and you're like, you know what? I don't mind if I lose a little bit. Risk it and do it in a public lobby. If you don't and you're newer, maybe do it in an invite only. But hopefully, if you want to do it and risk it in a public lobby, you at least watch what I did and you look and see what the lobby looks like. See if they have, or see what their mental state is like and things like that. Just do all your research to make sure that the lobby you sell in is as good as possible. But also, it just takes one bad apple. It could be the wrong place at the wrong time. You could get different sell missions. Obviously, the ground sell missions with the 3 vehicles is a little bit more risky. And I've done videos on that in the past as well. But it's a big difference. I mean, $2.3 million between the two. That's a lot. But in total here today, we sold just shy of $11 million combined at $10,960,000. So let's round that up to $11 million. And we would have got that if we sold the other special cargo too in that warehouse. So we were one short. So technically it is $11 million anyway. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you have any questions that you want to ask about anything, leave it in the comments. And if you have any tips and tricks for other people, something that I may not have mentioned or forgot to talk about in this video, let us know in the comment section down below so you can help out other people that are watching this video. But either way, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it helped out at least 1 or 2 of you. If it did, that is my job done. So make sure you subscribe with notifications on, turn on, ding dong the little bell. I'd appreciate it. And I will see you guys as always tomorrow with a brand new video. Goodbye.